Have you ever fancied being a pirate, sailing around day and night, stealing from the rich and poor alike, and eating an endless supply of limes to keep your scurvy at bay? In King of Seas, you can enjoy all the fun parts of a seafarer's life without the crusty skin and bleeding gums. And if that's not enough for you, here's 3 more reasons why you need to play King of Seas. Hey guys, it's Cody with Indie Game Pulse. If you want to find the newest and best indie games and hear genuine reviews from an indie game fanatic like yourself, click subscribe and the notification bell to make sure you don't miss another video. Let's get into it. For starters, King of Seas is great because of its simple RPG elements. You play as either Mary Lou or Lukey, the descendants of the renowned King of Seas. As a great tragedy occurs and the king dies suddenly, aspersion is cast upon your character, forcing them to flee for their life to the outskirts of the kingdom in the far reaches of the tumultuous sea. There, you meet Captain Morgan and Leroy, who will guide you through a short tutorial of how to play and begin guiding you through the main story quests too. While there are many facets to the gameplay and controls, the methods for leveling up your ship and character abilities are so simple, and that's what I love about King of Seas. To improve your ship and customize it to your liking, both in terms of combat and cosmetics, you simply need gold to purchase upgrades from the carpenter in each port, of which there are so many to discover. You gain gold just by exploring the high seas, looting shipwrecks, but especially by completing side quests, which can be found again at each port in the taverns. These are also simple and typically fall into 3 categories, which honestly can get a little repetitive over time, but they are fetch quests, escort missions, and combat assignments. As you complete quests and explore the wide world, you'll naturally gain character experience too, which can then be applied to a wide array of personal upgrades. Things like gaining additional experience, which I honestly dumped all my points into, increasing damage dealt by abilities, recovering health to your ship, and so many more, with more options opening up as your character grows. I like the RPG elements in King of Seas because they do not overwhelm you with endless stats and in-depth analyses, but you can pretty quickly make choices and proceed without feeling like you missed a hidden detail. The second reason you need to play King of Seas is its engaging battle system. In the early stages of the game, it may seem rather dull that you can just shoot cannons out the left and right sides of your hull, and you might imagine another ship and you just doing a little do-si-do while pelting each other with cannonballs. But the game quickly introduces you to abilities, which can really turn the tide of your battle to your favor. Some of these abilities are directional, like one which I found early on that allowed me to shoot fire off the bow of my ship and burn the enemy for 5 seconds, or one which shoots a fireball at opponents at more of a long range. These abilities do have a cooldown, and when triggered, all abilities will enter their cooldown phase, so you do need to be strategic about which abilities to use and when to use them. But even without the abilities, there still is a good bit of strategy to the combat, with being able to choose whether you target the sails, hull, or crew of enemy ships, and the same for them targeting you. One time I was sorely losing a fight, and even though the class of my ship was faster than the enemy's, I couldn't escape because he had damaged my sails so badly. And as far as just spinning around in circles and shooting cannonballs, there's even a little strategy there with choosing how many sails to raise or lower in order to turn faster or slower, and I even used the natural landscape as a defense a time or two. The last reason why you need to play King of Seas is the soothing sound design. Whenever I see a pirate-themed game, I naturally expect bold, inspiring music like that in Pirates of the Caribbean. You know the song I'm talking about. But when I opened the main menu for King of Seas, I was pleasantly surprised by a light acoustic guitar track that reminded me a lot of the music I've enjoyed in games like Alba: A Wildlife Adventure. Don't get me wrong, there are occasions when the theme turns moodier and more daunting, specifically as you sail through enemy territory or in uncharted waters. But overall, the tone and themes of the soundtrack are pleasant and satisfying, like the music you might hear as you sip your ale in the port tavern. One more note on the sound design: if you play with headphones, when you open up the map, the sound is expertly made to sound like holding a shell up to your ear, or for me, like it was storming and raining outside my house in real life. I kept removing my headphones to listen for the rain, but it was all in the game, and it gave me a good chuckle. Really well done to the sound guys at 3D Clouds. That's gonna do it, guys. Thank you very much to my 776 subscribers for your support. If you like what you see here at Indie Game Pulse, please consider helping us grow by supporting us on Patreon. For more top indie game countdowns and reviews, check out the videos on your screen now, and I'll see you on the other side.